Good afternoon from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. Don't mind the bags under my eyes. I only got up at 11:30 and it's now 1:33 p.m. So I'm alive. I'm happening in a far out way. I had a very rough night though with the peeing issues. So on a positive note, I had a phone call from my handsome, gorgeous, worthy, wonderful psychiatrist who gave me the details of where to hire a CPAP device from. So I've contacted that company, and I've sent them the email with my sleep study results, and then when they get all that, they're going to invoice my benefactor, and well, we all know who that benefactor is, but you know, Mama T's always protecting. But anyway, there's nothing shady going on. He's saving my life, verily trying to save my life. So so that person will be invoiced, and I can only. The company told me they will only loan it to me for 1 month, which I'm a bit fucking peeved about because I was hoping to have it on loan for 2 to 3 months. But they said the receptionist said that after 1 month that they'll have a fairly good idea of my titration results and the pressures and how I'm responding, and so they'll know what machine is best for me. I hope so. I hope so. Because if I carry on like this, it's not going to be a good outcome, people. But anyway, I'm smiling because whatever happens, happens, and life is life. And I'm fighting with everything, every vector in my life to not just survive but thrive and rebuild my life, and maybe even, you know, with better sleep and less peeing through the night, if that is indeed, you know, the outcome, which my urologist believed that CPAP will fix the bladder issues as well. Oh, Be'ezrat Hashem, by the will of God, of all the gods, it works out. And then with better health, I'll be able to, have more energy so I can dance even more, which will bring down my weight and heal, hopefully, the fucking sleep apnea that it's been a long time irksome problem. And with better, with better weight maintenance at a weight where I no longer am struggling to breathe through the night, I could invite a beautiful man into my life, am I right? And it's just all constantly building, spiraling upwards and upwards and upwards, and I have to manifest it. I have to work at it. I have to believe it's going to happen. I have to believe it is happening right now in the eternal now, and everything can just all fucking fall into place. And yes, so I'm excited. And my wonderful friend Jared made business cards for me so I can put my jewellery on display in that shop when I rent the space in her lovely shop, the two ladies' lovely shop. And so that's another slow incremental step forward, because I don't know if my jewellery that I've created will sell, but can only try. There is only try. Who said that? I think it was Yoda in Star Wars. Try I must, or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll keep forging ahead. If the jewellery doesn't sell, I'll be really, really disappointed yet again, but it hasn't sold in 3.5 years, so what else is new? And so if it doesn't sell there, I guess I could look at try other shop spaces, or I don't know, just make things for myself or for gifts, which I'm okay with, because anyway, I want to keep learning and improving my silversmithing skills, and I want to learn how to do, engraving. I need to buy gravers actually, to make little designs when you set stones around, the little stars around, yeah, and yeah. So much to learn, so much to achieve. I can't do it when I'm in a constant perpetual state of exhaustion and peeing all night like I did last night. But then, to be fair, I danced 2 nights, so I had a fair bit of liquid to drink with the Jack Daniels, and then I drink water as well to flush the alcohol through. I just have enough alcohol to give me enough of a energy to do the wild dance. I don't actually need the alcohol, people, but it's just to help me, calm the fuck down and get into the zone. But actually, in real terms, I don't need it. But you can't go to a pub or a club and not buy alcohol, because it's just ridiculous, and helps pay for the bands that supply the music. So again, it's a feedback loop. But anyway, I had a few Jack Daniels. I had 4 Jack Daniels on Friday, and I had 2 at the other club on Saturday, and the rest of the time I drank soft drinks or water. And I had about Saturday night 5 drinks, so I'm like really thirsty, flushing everything through. And I had about 6 drinks, 4 alcoholic and two big waters at the Brooklyn Standard on Friday night. So all that fluid, what comes in must go out. So I wasn't too bad, because I peed massively, when I was out dancing on Saturday night, which would have been, flushing out all the fluids from the night before. And then yesterday during the day wasn't too bad, but did I fucking cop it last night? I was up 12 times. So there's bags under my eyes. I feel all like a wrung out little sea sponge just quietly osmosing in the corner. But it's okay, we're going to remedy that. I got crap in my eyeballs. Oh, that's great, isn't it? We're gonna remedy that with the royal we, my doctors and I, with the CPAP machine, which hopefully will begin. I don't know when they'll get me in to sort that out, because I've only just emailed them all the details and everything. But I presume in a week or two. So then from 2 weeks from now, which would be 16th of July, roughly around about that time period, Mama T will be masked and snorkeled every night. Actually, it wasn't so bad as it used to be in 2003, and as my psychiatrist pointed out, the machine comes with a humidifier, so you don't wake up like dry as the Nullarbor and dried out like a freaking dead dingo's donger, and fuck's sake. And I didn't have terrible pain, after my sleep study that I used to have. So I'm hopeful that this is going to help, if nothing else, my sleeping during the night, getting better quality sleep, and potentially help my bladder. And if it doesn't help my bladder, I am royally fucked, people. But having said that, I'm going to work it through. Because I want my beautiful life and my beautiful man, whoever that person ends up being in the future, who chooses me of his own heart, mind, body and spirit, and soul belongs to God, but chooses me from the bottom of his own soul too, because I don't want any more fake love affairs like I had 10 years ago. I don't want that. And so I'm maintaining my wild independence and freedom, trying not to chew my arm off at the very thought of even inviting a man into my life, which is terrifying. And it's okay. For now, it's okay, because the man that I adore he's married, he's not available anyway. So that's not going to impact on my life, and I'm certainly not going to impact on his, because I'm not going to be the person that destroys a man's complete lifestyle. You know, if he wanted me and we fell in love, or whatever happened down the track, which is not even, you know, it's not even on the cards, but if it happened, it will happen because of, that's his choices, not because of my fucking half-dying, zombified fantasies about some kind of life that I've never had before, and I may never have, so I have to get real about that too. And yeah, so I have to just allow the time now, the patience and the time to keep dancing my dance, because it's good for me, you know, to have that method of exercise, because I don't like squatting and grunting in gyms with men in lycra staring at my crutch. I just, I've got the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. I don't even know how anyone could enjoy that. And I don't like gyms for the other reason that even if I went to an all-female gym, I've been kicked out of gyms because I just see the fucking funny side of how ridiculous it looks while you're squatting and grunting. And here's the irony: I don't have any problem squatting down into my dance and moving to the music. And the other thing I could do, because I do like dancing, is I could go back to 5 Rhythms. I used to go to ecstatic dance for about 2.5 years actually. I could go to 5 Rhythms, but the problem with that, I really enjoy it at the 5 Rhythms there at West End River, but they have their dance on Friday nights from 7 to 9. And then my bands play on Friday nights, either Alter Egos or Ramjack, because they alternate, from 11 till 2. So that gives me from 9 to 11 to have a bit of a fucking rest and drive to, you know, the Brooklyn Standard. But I have done that. I've done it on a couple of occasions, but I'm not well enough. It just fucking kills me to do the full-on, wild, frenzied, you know, freestyling, which I love. That's why I go there for that. Shamanic dance at 5 Rhythms, and then do my wild, crazy dance, which is kind of minimized a little bit because of the crowds at the Brooklyn Standard, so I don't have enough space. But I still manage to, you know, get up there and reach catharsis. But yeah, 3 hours on top of the 2 hours I've already spent a lot of my energy reservoirs at 5 Rhythms is just a little bit too much for my body. It lays me out cold, man. Lays me out cold. But look, here I am. I danced from 8 till 12 on Saturday. Now, I wasn't dancing the entire time. Like, I sit and I have a drink, and I'd actually chatted to some blokes, you know, they were chatting to me, you know. So I'm not dancing the entire 4 hours, but probably 3 out of the 4 hours that I was there. And then Brooklyn Standard, I danced from 10 till, because I got there earlier, an hour before the band started. So from 10 till 2, so again I would have danced that whole time, about 3 hours. So that's 6 hours of dancing this weekend. And we're not talking just slowly swaying my hips and, you know, just being a little elegant little floaty sea anemone. We're talking full on, wild, throwing myself around dance. So no wonder I've got bags under my eyes and I'm a bit knackered. And today is, what is today? Tuesday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, it's taking me a while. But you know, I actually felt good on Sunday after all that dancing. I actually was surprisingly feeling quite good. And it was only yesterday that I thought, oh, I think I'll be a bit gentle with myself today. It kind of slammed me, you know, the exhaustion. And look, honestly, I feel good today, but I'm you know, I can see that I'm tired, and, you know, so I'll be taking it easy today. And it's a murky fucking rainy day again. Not even raining that much, just bleak and drizzly. It looks like London weather, you know. It's like there, but it's winter, innit? It's winter. what can I say? We had this astonishingly hot day 2 days ago, which was weird for winter. That was an anomaly. So Mother Nature and I are riding through all the anomalies. I'm going to heal my bladder. I'm going to eventually make love to a beautiful man who loves me because I made myself a promise. I made myself a promise long ago. There will be no sex unless a man absolutely adores me. And yes, I'm going to hold to that. I'm going to hold to that. It's like, I deserve to be loved properly, you know, properly, like other women get loved properly. So it's going to happen. I just don't know when or who or how. And I'm going to have to write my own freaking love story and read it every day and program my brain that, you know, as if it's real. And I'm going to have to carry on like a pork chop and keep manifesting, but not inviting festy men. No man infesting. No man infesting, no festy men allowed. Only kind, nurturing, authentic, devoted, loyal and faithful to me. A wonderful man in my life to be invited in. Someone who can handle my wildness and my weird and quirky ways too. Someone who loves me no matter what, because I'm not perfect. I've got my issues, got too many issues. It's enough to put off any wonderful man, actually. But someone who can see me as I am and understand why I am the way I am without, you know, freaking out, and, you know, is willing to just hold me and stand by me with pride and dignity and great delight and joy in me, and look at me with eyes of real, sincere, heartfelt love, and is prepared to go the extra distance with me, not just some casual fucking blowfly piece of maggoty fucking fetid shitheads like I attracted in the past. We're talking 10 years ago. And as I said in a video yesterday, 10 years ago and reaching back into time. So how do I avoid the blowfly maggoty shitheads? Well, I'll just have to wait and see, and hold my line in more ways than one, darling, and get well and get successful in my own little small insignificant ways, and get happier and happier, because the more happy you are and the more, you know, grounded in your own body, mind and spirit, and the more confidence you build in yourself and the more trust you have in your own discernment and in your own heart, mind and body that has sustained me even with serious health issues for 21 fucking years. Done well, Tanya. So the more you do that, the more you open up to the very real possibility of attracting someone who matches you, your energy signature, and who chooses me and I choose them, and build a life together. And I just don't know. I don't know how that's going to manifest at this moment in time. But all I can do is keep putting prayers out to the multiverses, keep trusting in the multiverses, which is hard for me sometimes too, given the life that the gods gifted me. And laughter behind me, they know they tortured me for decades. But having faith in really not just the gods but my own self, and having faith in love, that the love being shown to me is beautiful and wondrous and magical and mine this time, with harm to none and competition with none. So it is done. And I'm not going to be the source of another woman's pain. not willfully. No, won't be happening. But anyway, we'll see what the gods decree. What the gods decree, the gods decree. And I have free will, and I have guts and courage and fierce warrior goddess determination. And if I knew for sure that I was wanted, it'd be happening regardless of any other circumstances. But like I said, you don't get a safe, loving existence when you stomp on other people's loves and friends and partnerships, and it's only going to bring more sadness and more ill health and more destruction. And I just wish for once in my life I could have someone that's actually mine, not as a possession, but that loves me, that is mine by heart, mind and soul, as an equal, as flowing genuinely that love to me every day and every night. And for the long term, if we get along, if we're good together. Well, anyway, I just started to laugh because I realised how kind of schoolgirlish and ridiculous that really sounds. But it's not, because other people have true loves in their lives. Why can't I? Why can't I? It sounds like every broken down country and western song or love song ever written by some fucking doofus that was down and out and on their last dollar and smoking their cigar. Hang on. Let's go and talk to Papa Legba. We'll bring him over. Thou shalt have no other gods before you, because I'm a Jew. But here's my friend, the voodoo god, Papa Legba. Jared made this as a representation of him. It's not actually what he looks like. But he and I have got the same style, am I right? We like our top hats and, dressing smartly and elegantly. And, he's beautiful. But anyway, to the real voodoo god, Papa Legba, guardian of the crossroads that stands between life and death, by the way. I invoked him to protect me from a certain dreadlock nitwit that cycles around me once a year, and I said, that's no good. He's blocking my chi. He was never in love with me. He never wanted me. He just fucking thought it was some sadistic game he was going to play. So this is the one who is making sure by all dimensions, paradigms, echelons, that I attract the right man for me this time. The right man who's good and kind and loyal and faithful to me. Because he wants the best for me, this one. Of course, Yahweh wants the best for me too, but Yahweh kept sending me homicidal maniacs, so I got a bit tired of that, to be honest. To you, Adonai. He's laughing too. I can hear it in my imagination. Peals of laughter. Anyway. Do you like how I made a little, it's all falling out, a little third eye for my skull that has no eyes at all? Anyway, I'm creative. I'm a creative, eclectic witch. That's all I have to say for that. Oh, and I even made him, because you can't get real copper coins anymore, because the copper coins that you can still get in coin shops were never real copper. So I made him from real copper pipe, his own, and I stamped his name on it, his own copper coinage. Because let's not fuck about when we're making offerings to the gods, people. Give him the real thing. No fake second-rate shit for my angels or gods. Yeah, oh look, this, oh, just dropped it. Where'd it go? Sorry, Papa, I'm losing your copper. I don't do fake second-rate shits, by the way. Well, I did do one. His name was Dave. But after that, I promised myself there'll be no more fucking around with fake lovers, fake men, artificial, fake, inauthentic entities. It's the real love and the real friendships. If I can't have the... Where did that go? I'll find it later. Oh, there it is. If I can't have a real authentic lover man because he's not available, and I respect that, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for my real man who adores me. And it might just be this guy when I cross over. He'll be like waiting for me with the fiddle at the crossroads, having a bit of a laugh at me, going, oh, you finally got here, Tanya. We finally let you cross over, Tanya. By the gods, you were a stubborn witch. But they want me here. They want me here. My beautiful Jared, I'm raving on, I know, gave me this for my birthday. When he made me my beautiful Beauregard picture, but he gave me this as well. Isn't it lovely? So you see, I might not have a lover man, a sexual partner, a devoted partner to hold me in his arms on cold winter's nights, but I have an electric blanket. I have true friends, and I've got Papa Legba. Or really, Papa Legba's got me, since he's an immortal and I'm not. But don't worry, darlings. I'm still a Jew at heart, so, you know, Papa Legba is in service also. All the gods are in service also to Creator, the supreme creator of the multiverses. And, well, however that works, people, however that works. Sophia in the Gnostic belief system, you know. I mean, it's hard to break my Abrahamic Jewish training because, you know, I prayed in temples and I led services, and it was a big part of my soul development. I can't quite leave it behind. The one almighty creator God. I can't leave that behind completely. Even though I dance wildly on the Friday night, on the Sabbath, on the Shabbat, I can never leave my God. And in fact, I tattooed him, which you've seen a million times before. Tattooed him under the burning bush, which now they say that was just a made-up fantasy and none of it was real. And you know what? Ha! The great cosmic joke. The great cosmic yoke. They might be right about that. One never really knows. But anyway, it's a fantasy that I rather liked, that story. Standing barefoot on holy sacred ground before a being of such immense power that you could not even look into its face, and being told to save the world. He's a lovely kookaburra. Can you see him? He just ate a big fat worm. Maybe he's a creator God. Just took one of his little beings and did what he wanted with it. Oh, there he goes again. He's a busy, hungry bird. Big fat, fluffy kookaburra at Sacred Space today. Right, I have to plug us back in and this is not working. Feeling a bit anxious, I don't know why. So here we go. Let's get busy. Carry on with readings of even date. Oh my goodness. just how I mentioned the kookaburra eating the big fat juicy worm, today's title is Worms, Rashes, Defamation Threats, pretty much the same thing. So here we go. How's that for synchronicity, my darlings? Cup of tea. And it's a photo of my Beauregard drinking out of my cup of tea. It wasn't really the tea he was wanting, it was probably the milk that's in the tea, but anyway. There's a lot of movement and activity and cars coming and going this morning, or this afternoon now. It's weird. I mean, it's a Tuesday for the love of all the gods. But anyway. Right, 2nd of July 2023. I've already told you about my morning. I slept in and then I'm haggard and my gods and my angels and the peeing. So nothing more to say about that. 1 year ago, 9:08 a.m, very little sleep last night, but copious peeing, exhausting. So there you go. It's been going on for many years now. But 1 year ago was a bad night too, by the sounds of it. If I say copious peeing, that means I got up more than 3 times. So I'm not whining. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm just fucking wanting to move forward and heal my life. Am I right? It's Sunday. So today's Tuesday. It's odd, isn't it? 2 days out of kilter. Should be only 1 day out. Anywho, doesn't matter. It's Sunday. The sun is shining. I am alive. The day stretches ahead of me like plastic food wrap pulled over a brick. Stoic, but largely unnecessary. Still, magic needs to be made. Love unfurled like bright white sheets aired out on a brisk sunny day. Hope needs to be harvested or lashed to the mainsail, and psychedelic dreamer needs to just breathe. Ha! The lawn mowing happened yesterday, which means one of my missing opals that I lost while polishing turned up in the now shorter grass. The fairies are returning my lost jewels to me. Hilarious, but I suspected they would. Here's a photo of the little White Creek opals that I was working on this time last year. And I'm thinking, very close, thought about buying some more. Here's one of the little opals that I worked on last year that it's hard to see. Got some weird aura coming up around it. But anyway, that I managed to polish and shape and, my first setting into this big chunk of silver ingot that I made, and finally managed to solder it to this ring that I bought actually to scrap, but I liked it so much I decided to turn it into this ring. So I'm wearing it in good health. Wow. In reasonable modicum of health. In life, I am holding on to everything. Yeah, anyway, let's carry on and be positive, people. Let's carry on and keep being positive. Here's a photo of the pendant I'm actually chose to wear today, which is kind of interesting because I completed it 1 year ago. And as I said, I haven't, in a video I think yesterday, I haven't worn it much. It is 1 year ago still. We're still in 2023, aren't we? by the gods, my brain's all over the shot. I'm so scared. I'm so scared of this devolving into Alzheimer's. That's my biggest fear. I'm not fearing death. Death is peace and new beginnings and the biggest love that I could ever be immersed in that was long denied me in this one. I'm not afraid of that, but I'm fucking afraid of devolving into Alzheimer's, being vulnerable and at the mercy of assholes, and losing my mind. I'm afraid of that. That scares me more, people of Earth. Having seen what my mother went through in the Alzheimer's high care facility, and see my beautiful friend Elsa get basically murdered on the 2nd of April this year, I don't want that outcome for myself. I really don't. I mean, we all die and we're all going to die of something, but I just pray to all the gods that is not my fate. Please, all the gods, all of you in all manifestations of holiness, please, at least after the life I've had, spare me that much. 2nd of July 2021, 4:06 a.m. I arose for my 6th nocturnal ablution. That means pissing through the night. And to let the dog out for his one. I tucked into one of the enormous block of chocolates bought for me by my friend. Yummy. It takes away the bitter taste of insomnia and my dry mouth. Yes, it does, baby girls. I've run out of chocolate. And you know what? I finished off those Tim Tams. But the weird thing is this week, I'm not craving chocolate like I normally do. That's kind of a positive sign too. Constantly craving chocolate like a wild animal. Anyway, I'm back in bed but wide awake, a stirring nascent excitement cycling through my meridians. The last few days have been wonderful, unusual, a tad startling, but I will ride through the awesomeness with as much aplomb as I have ridden through all the horror as well. You've got to ride through the wondrous awesomeness and just keep galloping, guys, because what goes up must come down. But I'm hoping for a life where it just keeps being more and more awesomeness and true, authentic, devoted lover man and prosperity and better health and peace, shalom, and serenity, shalom, and equanimity, shalom, and shalom, shalom, bevakasha, toda rabba. Am I right? I am right. And although I said that in Hebrew, I don't want to attract any more Israeli murderous bastard men into my life. Sorry to the really lovely, decent, honouring, gorgeous Israeli men out the world, but I'm triggered. I only have to hear your accent, and I love Israelis. I used to find them so exotic and charming and charismatic, and I'd get turned on just by the sight of them sometimes. But like those men damaged me. So there will be no Israeli lovers, and it's not because I'm racist or I don't think Israeli men are deserving of a wonderful love and a wonderful woman like me, but it's my trauma issues. So anyway, there is that. Can't even invite a Jewish man back into my life because historically they very, very badly let me down. And well, I can't invite an Englishman back into my life because of the damage Dave wreaked upon me. And I can't invite, who else can't I invite? Hardly anyone of the male species, the male gender. It's amazing that I even can fall in love with a male ever again after what I was put through. But I have my men and my bands, my friends who I adore and love all of them actually. I admire their talent, and I admire their sweetness and their goodness towards me. And, you know, I have that kind of big agape, healthy, respectful love. And I have the love of my psychiatrist, who's fighting so hard to keep me alive because he wants me to have my beautiful life too. And I have the love of my true long-standing friends. And I have the love of the gods, which probably is the biggest and most powerful love of all love, since they're eternals and immortals, and I'll be seeing them again when I cross over. Am I right? I hope so. It's going to be quite some fucking homecoming, I tell you that much. But I don't want to cross over just yet, which is why I'm fighting so hard to maintain my body. I want my beautiful, God-gifted, chosen for me love life to begin in the eternal now and 3D reality right now. Am I right? Why should I have to suffer and wait till I leave this physical incarnation? The time is now that I experience real, heartfelt, genuine love, passion and romance, and hopefully at the appointed time that is right for both parties. Great sex as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, that's an astonishing thought. That's an astonishing thought, because I've never had a sexual relationship where I was safe and nurtured and cherished and adored before. Not even in my marriage, if truth be known, you know. Maybe in the very beginning my husband was still a bit in love with me, but it all went rancid very quickly. Or maybe I was just in denial about thinking he was in love with me, and really it was rancid from day one, and I was just too young, too trusting, too naive, and too traumatized to see the forest for the fucking trees. Yes, let's be real here. That is what really happened. And I knew that. I kind of knew that. By the time I was birthing my daughter Crystal, I already knew that my marriage was not a loving or good marriage, but you're punching out a whole new other living being that you created in your body, that you wanted to bring to this world. I had to kind of make the best of it and hold my little family together and just keep moving forward day by day by day. And then Jasmine came along, and I had to fight to keep her because my husband and my mother were so vicious. And that's it, 2 children later, and I was well and truly feeling trapped and defeated and depressed most of the time, because I knew I was in a loveless marriage, by the way. So, yeah, a man who really loves me and makes love to me beautifully and heart-centeredly and authentically, and really wants me, that would be the greatest miracle of all people. That would blow my head back. It'd flip my lid. It'd toss my top hat. It would be astonishing. Anyway, I have to live in the real world right now, which is Titania's realm and Tanya Aaron's reality checks, and I have to admit to myself that there's potentials all around me, but there's some things that might not be meant to be, so I have to calm my fucking farm. That's how it's going to be, Tanya Aaron's. Anyway, here we go. Although I'm looking forward to more love, a better healed planet, and a higher vibration of operational awareness, and a new way of navigating through this dystopian world. How? Not sure yet. This was in 2021, so 3 years ago. I think I've navigated pretty well. I fought that entire regime at that time with every fucking word and energy and comment sections and YouTube and Facebook and vocal media and I fought every fucking inch of the way, people of Earth. So I've navigated like a Viking queen lashed to the mast with 12-meter waves, trying not to drown and be swamped by it all, by the way. But I've fought, and I've had people who love me fight for me too, my beautiful doctor and my friends. So we're going to make it, is what I'm saying. Together, you're going to watch me make it, and I'm going to watch you make it. We're going to make it, and we're going to have our beautiful lives together in whatever capacity that you are in my life. I'm going to keep dancing for my beautiful bands for as long as they include me and want me to dance for and with them. And I'm going to keep speaking and writing my truth, and I'm going to keep loving my tribe, my friends, my family, my community that surround me when I'm dancing. And I'm going to keep gardening in the garden occasionally. I'm going to just keep going day by day. Here we go. I say not sure yet, but I've proved that we've already got through the worst of the worst. And if more horror comes, we'll get through that too, although it's getting a bit fucking dodgy and starting to feel like frogs in a boiling pot. But we will put our faith and trust, as always, in the gods, in our own mana, our own spirit, and in those around us that demonstrate authentically that they love us and we love them back. And that we will have to put our trust in, that we will be there for each other in good times and in bad, and just keep going forwards, no matter what, no matter who, no matter how. Hold each other precious, my beloved ones. Here I continue writing. I will keep moving one day at a time through each day. Putting one foot in front of the other, and who knows, maybe, just maybe, I will witness the new becoming. And yes, in the last 10 months, 12 months even, I wrote this on the 2nd of July 2021. In the last 12 months, I've witnessed it, babies, the becoming. And it's been astonishing and blew my head back a bit when I could see how much I was loved and valued and cherished, by the way. Not in a sexual relationship that hasn't manifested, but just honouring sweet, devoted love. So when I go down into my abyss where I spiral down into all this ghastly ancient trauma and horror, I know that I can shoot back up again from someone that's been sitting at the bottom of the ocean and kicks off against the sands of time and just projectiles straight back up to the top and takes that first magical, life-affirming, powerful breath and begins again, because I'm the queen of doing that, baby. By the way, I nearly drowned as a child too on a couple of occasions. So I know the power of that first breath when you thought all was lost and you just reached that point of acceptance and this is it, kids, and you're just watching your life ebb away, bubbles flowing in the sunlit ocean up to the surface, and suddenly some hand pulls you up literally by the hair, as did my friend Lynn Robertson, and saves you from your own death. I've been saved from death a multitude of times since birth. So I know more than anyone else what the human spirit is capable of, what the human body is capable of to heal herself, or yourself if you're male, himself. Trust in that and never, ever, ever abandon God or your gods, because they are the ones that protect you and keel haul you to this earth, sometimes even against your own fucking will. When life was so awful, I didn't actually want to be here anymore, to be frank. Well, life is no longer awful, but AWE hyphen full FULL, people of Earth. And I'm still in the process of creating even more fulsomeness for myself, fulsomeness in healthy, respectful, honouring, protective ways for all who are in my inner circle sanctorum, who I can see with my own two eyeballs love me dearly. I'm determined that we thrive together as a kind of our own little kind of community and tribe. I'm determined to see you each, my beautiful friends, thrive, find better health and truest, greatest loves of your own that support you and are for you, because I want that for myself. And it's not all about me, people of Earth. We all want that. We all need that. Our own beloved ones who adore us, even when we're weird and quirky, and even when sometimes I'm a little bit frightening with my wildness and my occasional acting out because I'm so fucking depleted physically that my spirit goes into overdrive. Someone who loves me when I'm fierce, and someone who loves me when I'm calm and sweet and just languorously lying in his lap. Could happen one day, but let's keep going. I can't live in fantasy land for too long. I'm a real woman of a real planet, real earth, and fantasies and delusions are gorgeous and hope-inducing and cleave you to this earth when all seems ugly and rotten and dystopian and putrid. Fantasies, the stories that we create in our mind to make life seemingly beautiful, they have their place, but they cannot become your own, only reality. You need to live in the real world and perceive real people around you and know that you are safe and loved and protected and cared for. Not just dreaming it, but being it. Here I write for all of us, the new becoming, for all of us, indeed. Indeed, no man is an island. We need it to manifest for all of us. Here I write, still in